Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a good week. It's December 1st. We're gonna look at this massive market rally, some technical analysis. I had to take losses on futures, big losses. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. What's going on with GME and AMC today? Follow us on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT and get on our Discord server. Link for those are in the description. Took a couple days off of videos. I've been basically trading more or less till the bell, so I haven't had time. But yeah, J Powell basically hinted at 50 basis points or less in as soon as December, and that came out and market ripped. My positions at this point, let's see, I had natural gas to the long, which was working against me. This thing ripped up, and during his other FOMCs, usually there's a lot of volatility both ways. If the sentiment after his written statement is bullish, then typically it'll sell back off because as they read into it. And if it doesn't, then once they start asking questions, he gets very bearish and hawkish. And so yeah, I basically grabbed a short here on QQQ, but it was on the futures, so I'm in Qs, so just the micros. I got like 3 of them, and it was up, I don't know, 300 or 400 bucks, and then it went against me so quick. Should have had a stop limit. It was just so quick, and I was still expecting the questions to dump it, so it kept rallying even after the statement. So this was all from the statement, and then I think this was all just short squeezing, shorts closing, retail, and just crazy buying pressure. Because this then was during his talking, and it was like the most dovish I've ever heard Powell. He didn't really say anything specifically, but he just was having a good time there, and the market just friggin' loved it. And so huge rip. So I was down big on that MNQ short. Sometimes it's good to flip and basically, yeah. So my short here. Sometimes it's good to just flip, but you want to be careful not to do that too much and just get into like this whipsaw. If it came up here and starts consolidating, I'm like, oh, it looks bullish. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take it long. And I close my short for a loss and I go long, and then it ends up dumping from the questions. That's kind of the whipsaw. So I was trying to be disciplined not to do that, and it didn't work this time. But sometimes I have done it, but I think you just have to do it. Be careful with how often you do it, and make sure you're certain that you want to completely flip, where you're closing your shorts and actually opening longs. So it would have worked during that trade, but anyways, market liked it, ripped up, huge day, and even started filling gaps. And yeah, it filled that whole gap. Yeah, it filled that whole gap up there that I was looking for it to fill on the SPY. So we're now getting close to that shoulder. I think it might have a little more room to the upside potentially. Tomorrow morning's non-farm payrolls, 8:30 a.m. So that could cause some volatility, either upside or downside. But it might make a move all the way up to this 413 area where that 78.6 retracement is, before the next move down, which I think would probably break this low. So we'll see. It's today's kind of consolidating after yesterday's huge move, just to be expected, but chart still looks very bullish. Big bull flag there on the hourly. Hours even cooled off, and on the daily it still looks good. I think it does have a little more room to go to that upside before we start to see some at least consolidation, maybe something similar to this. But yeah, just gonna have to wait on economic data. And then my UNG, it's been just dumping and starting to rally right now. But yeah, big swings on this one. The chart still looks pretty bullish on the daily, but yeah, basically I had to take the losses. I realized the losses today on it, unfortunately, on both of the futures trades, the short MNQ and then the long on natural gas, because I wanted margin for GME. AMC GME today. Yeah, AMC freaking rallied. It was up 22 or something % at one point. And GME was just getting dragged with it, honestly. But yeah, this nice bull flag breakout, and settling back down now towards close. Good volume today on it also. So looks like this will probably have some continuation, and I think GME will also. But yeah, today AMC was completely just dragging AMC or GME through the mud. But it looked good. I mean, nice bull flag consolidation, and then kind of a sell-off here into close, about 30 minutes left. But that said, it actually is bouncing kind of on that support from earlier. So I was thinking GME would run last month for a retest. It didn't. Today's the first. It's possible it has its rally before earnings. It likes to run the end of months and beginning of new months. So earnings is on Wednesday. So might see some action in the next 3 days, I guess. Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and then a dump on earnings. I think it's Wednesday after hours. So we'll see. If not, I think we'll probably have a rally after earnings. And maybe a rally through earnings would be sick if we started the rally now and had earnings and just kept going. But yeah, basically today the chart was pretty bearish looking. This was a red candle, flipped to green with a body, and I've got some dojis on it. MACD is still bearish, but looking at AMC and how bullish that is, and the way it kind of was dragging GME up today, I think GME could have a couple big days in the near future. Volume's increasing as well. Everything you like to see the last 3 days has been increasing. It's all green, so it's possible. I don't know. Maybe you have a rally right through earnings. But yeah, I think this thing's ready to get back up here and get that 35 retest underway at the least. And so my short puts today, my theta farm, I closed my short puts and went to shares and did that kind of high. I think I did it like up here, but and then bought in swing shares on the various accounts. So the short puts on here I closed, went to shares, and then on my long term, same thing, and then on the IRA, same thing. And yeah, we're down a little bit on them, but I think it's gonna be good. This price isn't bad anyways. 26, 27 range. 25 and under is a good deal, but you never know where it's gonna go, so that's why I'm just shorting puts until that happens. And then on the trading account, oh, I didn't get them on Webull. Forgot about getting shares on Webull here. All right, well, I will get them on Webull. So many different accounts, brokerages to grab shares with. All right. Yeah, on the trading account, basically, yeah, I had realized big losses today on the futures, unfortunately. This account for the first couple weeks, though, I had traded my way into, I think I was down like 5 grand, and then I traded my way back up out to positive 8,500. The next, that's been the last like 2 weeks. And today I think I realized probably 5 or 6 grand. So back down. We'll see what that says. That's probably in the 2,000 range, I believe. So yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. It was I would have continued to hold it, but I need the margin for. I actually opened up covered calls in GME around here. Or no, there were covered calls from yesterday. I closed them actually. I closed them after this. Or no, somewhere in here I closed them because AMC was starting to rip this morning, and I was like, leading indicator. Closed the covered calls. It came down here, and I actually reopened them right at the bottom. Reopened those covered calls. It ripped up. It's like, oh my gosh. So then I ended up buying to close them, but to do that I had to get margin because my futures trades were going against me so much so that I just was running out of buying power. So yeah, had to. Yeah, it was those two. I was basically opposite on them. Had to realize the losses on the futures and then buy to close those covered calls. Turns out today was not a very big day at all. Only had 0.76%, but the IV got pumped, and so I probably still would have been underwater on them. And then I was actually scalp trading 100 contracts for next week at the 27 strike. Didn't end up very well on it, but it was good to do. I don't usually have huge positions on options, so it was good kind of just see how that works and get comfortable with it and setting stop losses. And it worked, and then it didn't work, and GME is not a good one to do it on. I was kind of just hoping that we would have a huge rally today, and then I would have caught it. So I made like 600 here, 600 there, and then I'd lose it. The spreads on GME are just insane to try and like trade a range, I guess. Very difficult. And the slippage getting in and out, it's like, yeah. So it's good if it ends up. It would have been good if we broke out and had like even just a 10% day, because 10, 11 grand in options, only a couple percent, you're already up, a good amount. So yeah, they would have 10% swings in just a couple seconds, basically just from the spread and slippage, which was, it was $1,000 on 100 contracts, worth, yeah, like 10 to 12 grand. So there were 29 calls for next Friday is what I was trading. Yeah, so here they all are. There's all those trades. Ended up negative on there, I think like $600 from those trades, but that's maybe just from closing my covered calls, so maybe back to break even. And it was good to do, and had good exposure that I liked. But this is actually looking still pretty bullish, even though we're only up not even a percent. This hourly bull flag looks nice. With the futures, going to probably trade it in the morning after we get non-farm and the data. We'll see what I trade. I guess natural gas is, I like to trade it, but it's kind of, it just moves crazy sometimes just from news. And yeah, it's not like a equity where it's always going to kind of go up, like a SPY or something where it kind of gravitates up, right? I mean, I think SPY is kind of gravitating down right now, but natural gas should kind of settle at a price. I mean, maybe slowly go up, very slowly, but if you don't have crazy macroeconomics going on, it shouldn't be as volatile as it's been. So that's what's made it a fun trade, but it's also volatile in weird ways. It's just, yeah, it's strange. But yeah, I'm stoked for GME, honestly. I think it should be good. Rally into earnings, rally through earnings, rally after earnings. I think it's coming one way or another. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on Discord. Peace out.